You might not believe it, but your words are actually very powerful. In fact, they're so powerful that they have the potential to either build up or destroy things. For years, you might have told yourself things like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so ugly, I'm trash. And in the moment, you might not think so much of those words, but in reality, those words actually have a far greater impact on how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself than you might realize. And over time, these words can distort the way that we see ourselves and drain our self-esteem, destroy our confidence, and leave us feeling awful about ourselves. But not to fret, today we are here to say goodbye to statements like those once and for all and learn how to talk to ourselves in a better way so we can feel better about who we are. Let's get into it. In order to fix how you speak about yourself, there's 3 simple things that you need to remember to do. 1 is to affirm yourself, 2 is to be aware of what you're saying, and 3 is to correct what you say to yourself. Our words have the power to shape and influence our belief system, so whatever you repeat to yourself is what you're going to end up believing about yourself. If you tell yourself awful things every single day, then your subconscious mind is going to operate off of those statements and craft your worldview and the view of yourself around those statements. But if you were to affirm yourself in a positive way every single day, then your words are going to have the opposite effect. However, in order for a statement to become a belief, there has to be some form of emotion tied to that statement. Say someone rejected you because you just weren't their type for some reason. Now, rejection hurts and it brings up a lot of painful emotions. So if you were to tell yourself, oh, I'm so ugly, while feeling all of those painful emotions, then that statement could stick with you as a belief. But it also depends on how often you tell yourself that thing too. If you told yourself you're so ugly one time, you probably don't believe that about yourself. But if you were to say it to yourself constantly, you really might see yourself that way. But this isn't bad news, it's actually great news, because positive statements can have the exact opposite effect. I know it might seem impossible to fathom that words actually have this much power, but you can literally reshape your mind and your belief system through the words that you say to yourself. And this is called autosuggestion. I know it might sound all scientific, but it's when your subconscious mind adopts new ideas and beliefs and creates your reality around those statements. Basically, what you repeat to yourself is what manifests in your life. Everyone who's able to speak has been given this power to either use words in their favor or to abuse words and create more chaos in their lives. And many people don't realize that they actually have this power, and they continue to talk down on themselves and berate themselves with their words, and they wonder why they have such low self-esteem and struggle to love themselves. When I was younger, I was bullied in school, and I'm not going to get into the reasons why in this video, but I'm going to make another video on it another time, I promise. In all honesty, the bullying really tore down my self-esteem, and I didn't know what self-love meant. I didn't know how to empower myself. I didn't know how to be my own support system or lift myself up. So what did I do? I made things worse. I started telling myself, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm worthless, I'm nothing, I should die, all these negative statements, because that's all I knew how to do in that situation. But looking back, I realized how much harm I was perpetuating on myself and the situation by saying those words. I was making the pain worse, and I was adding salt to the wound, and I had no idea that I was doing that. I was completely unaware. All those negative statements distorted how I saw myself, and they became core beliefs of mine, and I genuinely felt like I was not good enough, like I was not worthy, that I should die. And I realized that it really wasn't the bully's fault for the way that I was feeling. It was more my own fault because I kept telling myself all of those negative words. And this is why I'm here to warn you that the more that you talk to yourself in this negative way is the more that you're harming yourself. And if those statements become core beliefs, it's going to shape everything in your life in a negative way. But of course, it's not all doom and gloom because, as I said before, the cure to this is to fix the way that we speak to ourselves and to change our core beliefs through positive affirmations. Affirmations were actually the first tool that I used on my own self-love journey, and I was just tired of feeling like shit about myself, and I realized that something just needed to change, and so I just pulled up some affirmations and I was like, why not? What's the harm? I tell you, the first day that I did the positive affirmations, it felt so icky. It felt so unnatural. I just wanted to stop because it just didn't align with my core beliefs about myself. I was like, this is so different. This is polar opposite than what I'm used to. And my ego kept telling me, oh, you need to stop. Go back to the negative statements. Go back to feeling bad about yourself. At least that's comfortable. At least that's familiar. This We're not used to all this positivity. But I was very much aware that it was going to take time to start feeling better about myself through these affirmations. And some days I didn't want to do them. It was hard to be consistent at first. But one day I was like, I'm done. I'm done feeling this way. I'm ready to lock in. And I did them for 21 days straight. 30 actually. And the more that I affirmed myself, I started to feel empowered about those statements. I started to feel like those statements were true about me. I started to feel good when I would say my affirmations. I got excited to say them every morning. And I realized I actually started getting excited to say my affirmations because they started to feel true to me. They actually started to feel like they were correct. And I no longer felt so bad about myself. I started feeling like I was just enough. Like I was smart, like I was beautiful, like I was all these great things that this affirmation list was saying about me. And so the key to changing your own negative self-talk is to start telling yourself kind things, uplifting things, and not just one time in your lifetime, but every single day, at least once a day, until it becomes second nature. And I get it's going to be uncomfortable at first. It might feel unnatural or weird to be saying these things. You might not feel like any of them are true, but I promise over time, the more that you say them is the more that you're going to start feeling the truth in them. And there are plenty of affirmation videos on YouTube to help you to get started. If anything, Learn to Love You might start posting some affirmation videos. Let me know if you want that. Or you can even make your own list of affirmations. I have my own list pasted on my bathroom mirror, so you can make your own list of things that you want to hear. And you can also make a list of things that you wish other people would say to you. Instead of waiting around for people's compliments and their validation, you can start writing things that you want to hear from other people and tell those things to yourself. Look, it might be cringe, but I promise it works. But you also have to spend time correcting your negative self-talk too. If a negative statement comes out of your mouth, that is a big no. We're not doing that anymore. You have to tell yourself, nope, I am done with that. How can I correct this statement? How can I turn this statement into a positive one? And you have to make an effort to counter these negative statements with positive ones, because if you don't, the negative statements are going to continue to run the show. And honestly, sometimes I let a negative statement slip out of my mouth, but I always make sure to correct it. I will not let that slide because I don't tolerate it anymore. You almost have to become intolerant to negative statements. If you say, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, no, I'm not stupid. I'm only learning how to become smarter. Oh, I really don't like how my body looks today. Oh, no, this feature on my body is my favorite feature. And it's going to take some time to implement this new habit of positive self-talk. So please be gentle with yourself along the way, and please don't beat yourself up, because you wanting to be here, you wanting to try this is one step in the right direction. And now negative self-talk feels very foreign to me because I've reshaped the way that I see myself through my words. So if I were to say a negative statement, it just wouldn't match up with my beliefs. I'd be like, that came from me? What? Y'all hear something? And you can get here too. It's going to be a journey. It's going to take time, patience, practice, but I promise you, you're going to feel so much better once you really get the hang of it. It just starts with affirming yourself, recognizing what you say, and correcting what you say. 3 simple things to remember, okay? But self-love is a quest. It's a never-ending journey that we must go on in order to have happier and healthier lives. So allow me to take this journey with you and allow me to be your guide along the way, and we will learn to love ourselves together, day by day, little by little, and of course, piece by piece. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop one positive statement about yourself in the comments below. I would love to read them. It definitely lights me up to see you guys hyping yourselves up. But don't beat yourself up. Be patient with yourself, and you wanting to fix this is only one step in the right direction. And give yourself a compliment today. It could be about anything. Just remember that I believe in you, but I just want you to believe in yourself. I'll see you guys next week.